Hi guys, it's Henry again, filming from my house on my phone, so apologies about the quality. So today I want to go over the Vanguard Life Strategy. It's become one of the most popular funds in the UK, and it's come to dominate the market with Vanguard since it entered in 2011. So before we go into that, quickly I want to go a bit about the history of Vanguard and how it came into the UK in 2011. The fund was a very different landscape. We were looking more at the Neil Woodford. We were looking more at British investing in Britain. It was before the Brexit, believe that or not. There was a time before Brexit, and it acquired more of a taste towards British stocks to accumulate to the British investors' taste. Also, it brought in low cost as well. We'll come on to the cost later, but it's a lot lower cost than active management at 0.22%. The Vanguard Life Strategy works out. So as of April 21, the 3 of the Vanguard Life Strategies are in the top 10 most top 10 of the most popular funds in the UK. Now, obviously that's come a long way. Why are they so popular? Is because it is very simple. They do what they say on the tin, and it's just easy for people to invest in it. Now I'm going to have a bit of a pick apart of them, tell you my advice. Obviously you have to listen to my advice. It's not financial advice, it's just generic, my opinion. So personally I think they can be used in a portfolio. Some of the disadvantages for me that they have is that they are too weighted towards bonds. Now this is a whole different topic on should I invest in bonds. Potentially I think people are living longer, so your allocation towards equities would want to be for a longer period of time potentially. So even if you're coming 5-10 years in retirement, you may want to have a lesser allocation in bonds than what the allocation assets suggest. One is that obviously people are living longer, so they need to get the returns. 2 is that AAA rated bonds, so UK, US stable government bonds, they're just not yielding what they were 20-30 years ago. They're not having that return. They could come back, obviously. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, especially with this inflation environment. It's completely possible. But for me, for the case that people are living longer, bonds should be less into the allocation. Also, another point is the fees. Now a lot of people have complained about the fees and gone in, oh it's expensive, you have to pay 0.3%. But remember that Vanguard was actually the company that brought down the fees, so it feels ironic now that they're getting persecuted for the fees. Now my advice is that you've got to pay for something. The people that complain about the fees are normally the people that want everything for nothing, or I'm sure a lot of people spend it on other things, say takeaways or whatnot. So unless you want to actively manage your portfolios and stocks and trade in and out and rebalance, and you've got the time to do that, that's fine. But if you haven't and you're happy just to put it in a strategy and pay a small fee, I think Vanguard shouldn't be ridiculed for that. Also is the weight of the allocation. Now, like I said before, it was in 2011 more predominantly British based, to go for the British investor. What we've seen over the last 10 years is the dominance of the tech. Now if you look at a company like Apple, it's had a market cap of one time bigger than the whole FTSE 100. Now the FTSE 100 is more financials and banking. Now that's the UK sector, how it's made up and how it's shaped. Is the weighting of it has about a 20% weighting of UK. Now I I've said in a number of videos that I'm personally bullish about the UK's economy in the next 10 years. Obviously it hasn't had a good 10 years prior with everything that's gone on. We've had Brexit, we've had COVID, and it's just pushed the dominance towards tech stocks. Now, are Vanguard that are heavily weighted in the US and heavily weighted in large market cap stocks and indexes in the US, are they too overexposed to this? That's another one of my points that I've got with it in the near term. But just to finish, I think that they are a good investment. I think if you are those kind of investors that just want to invest in something and it's simple, it's easy, you don't want to keep awake at night thinking about how your investment's doing, you just want something that's you can understand and you can go into. I think these have a part in your portfolio for a retirement fund. The only advice that I would have, not that you have to take it as of course, is that I'd go more for the less bond options than what you probably would go as for the reasons stated before. Feel free to get in touch. Let me know your comments if you've invested in the Vanguard, or if you're thinking about investing in Vanguard Life Strategy. Feel free to drop me a message. Thanks, guys.